Welcome back to another vintage story tutorial. This tutorial is on the preparation and building of a cementation furnace. I'm doing the video in two parts. The first part will be the mechanical aids you need, the materials you need, and how to put together the basic building blocks of the furnace. The second part will be how to choose a site for the furnace and how to actually construct it. I'm doing it in two parts because the gathering and preparation of the materials is an enormous task, and it may be as well to watch one video, go and get everything together before you start to think about where to put it or how to build it. So I hope you find this tutorial useful. You will see that behind me, or now in front of me, there are three things that I would strongly recommend you have. A quern that's automated, because you're going to need to powder limestone and borax. You're going to need an iron door, which is 6 iron plates. So if you're going to make 6 iron plates, a helve hammer would be essential. And last but certainly not least, a pulverizer, and I would strongly recommend that you automate it. I started off without automating the pulverizer, and it didn't take me long to realize that you really do need to automate this. Now I have a separate video on how to make a pulverizer and automate it. I have a video on how to make a quern and automate it, and I have a video on how to make a helve hammer. So those are all separate videos. The first thing about a cementation furnace is it comes in 3 tiers. Now tier 1 is the simplest, and that you can do with this pulverizer that has a bronze head to the pulverizing arm. If you want to make a tier 2, you need 2 additional things. You need an iron head for the pulverizer, and you need peridot, that green gemstone that you find in this stone, peridotite. If you want to go straight to tier 3, you will need to powder limonite, which is basically giving you powdered iron and a steel cap to your pulverizer heads. So I'm going to make tier 1, not surprisingly. So what materials do you need? I put it all out here. What you're going to make for the cementation furnace is an iron door. So that's going to be 12 iron ingots, 53 refractory bricks, 6 refractory gratings, 2 coffin sections. Now the coffin sections are made from whole granite or andesite blocks, and 2 coffin lids, again made from whole granite or andesite blocks, and then a 5x5 space. Now there are additional materials that you'll need that are not mentioned as far as I can see in the wiki. I would strongly recommend that you need a huge supply of peat. You will also need at least 2 powdered borax, and to make the bricks you will need mortar. Your basic materials are going to be fire clay, crushed bauxite, and crushed quartz. It's very easy to crush the quartz, which I actually have in my hand. Just pop it in the chest. There you go. And that, you can see, is already pulverizing. Right, we want the bauxite. Pop that in. That will feed down and it will all end up nicely crushed. Now if we go down to the underneath of this, and you can see the bits dropping down, in here you will end up with crushed bauxite, crushed quartz. Once you have your crushed materials, making a refractory brick or the basic brick is very easy. You need 2 fire clay, 1 crushed bauxite, that's the borax, I mustn't put the borax in, and 1 quartz. Okay, and that will make you a refractory brick tier 1. Now if you swap these round you still get it, so it's not sensitive. So that's your basic brick. This brick needs to be fired, and you can see it will fire at 850 degrees centigrade. Because the bricks fire at 850, the very, very best material I think is peat. It's cheap to get up. All you need is a shovel. You're not having to mine it out, and also if these things fire at 850, there seems no reason to use any more. They will fire in a fireplace, so it's very, very simple. You don't have to use any other sort of method, and as you can see those will just fire into the refractory bricks. When you have the fired bricks, oops, you will also need mortar, and that's why I've said that you will need it, because they go in the middle. So you take your bricks, you need 8, and you put the mortar in the middle, and that makes 2 refractory bricks. Now over here where it refers to 53 refractory bricks, it's not referring to the individual bricks, it's referring to these refractory bricks. Now you're going to need an iron door, 2 granite, well mine is granite stone coffin sections, it could be andesite stone, a granite stone coffin lid, and 6 of these gratings. Now the gratings are very easy. You take your refractory bricks like that, put a mortar in the middle, and this actually makes 3 grates, so that's pretty good. You only need 6, I happen to have made 9. Now we are up to 26 here, so while all our bricks are boiling, it's a very good idea to make the iron door and the coffin. So let's look at the iron door. Right, that's my 6 iron plates. Now these should make an iron door. Wow, you can find these in ruins, and they are gorgeous, and I've wanted one for a long time, and I am delighted that I've got the iron door. To make the coffins, you need to take granite rock, and this is stone. These have to be whole blocks of stone. You put them in a V shape, you pop your hammer at the top, you put your chisel in the middle, and you get half a stone coffin. So you just do that twice to get your stone coffin. Okay, and that's given you the 2 coffin pieces. To make the coffin lids, again it's hammer, chisel, and then you put 1 block of stone, but you put next to it some powdered borax, and you only need 2 of these. But if you haven't got borax, you have to go and find it. And there you've got a granite stone coffin lid. Let's make the second one, because you need 2 of the coffin bodies, these coffin sections, and 2 lids. There you go. That has made all our coffin parts. So when I've finished making all the fabrics, I will come back to you, because once you've got all your materials together, you have 2 further problems. One is where to site the furnace, and the other is how to construct it. So I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye bye.